Hey, I'm back. Um, Honestly, don't have a plan like my last video type deal. I don't really have much of a plan for anything I'm about to say. All I know is that this has been a topic that's been on my mind for a pretty, I guess you can guess by this video title that I'm questioning whether or not I have what it takes to become a filmmaker in any sense. Whether you're talking traditional like Spielberg or more indie vlog type stuff like Casey Neistat. I don't know. I've ever since the beginning of 2017 when I had to leave Santa Fe University of Art and Design, I'm discovering as time goes on that that experience of having to leave, in a sense it was more than just having to leave a college. It was like I had to leave my path. And what I mean by my path is that it felt like I needed, or it felt like I was forced, well, I was forced to have to find other options and find other ways of doing and going about things. Those things being filmmaking and school and all that. And, well, this isn't going to be the most entertaining video for anybody. I'm honestly more making this for myself than for anybody else because I'm trying to make sense of my mind. You know, um, I've been, I haven't been depressed or anything like that recently. You know, what? Let's just start from what I started doing when I got back from UNT. Because what I did, for those of you who don't know, is that after the original college I was going to closed, I went to University of North Texas here in Texas, and I really didn't like their program. Other people might like their program, I just didn't. I was miserable there. I was feeling vaguely suicidal. Obviously, I didn't do it, thank God. Um, Anyways, so I come back home um, in late November, and the entire lead up to coming home, I was telling my mom that what I wanted to do was get a job and make movies on the side, because at the time I was very done with college. Um, very, very done with the whole concept of college. Um, so I miraculously was able to get a job at UPS, being a seasonal driver helper, and that was pretty good. That was a good job. UPS is a good company. They treated me well. Um, and it was a seasonal position, so it didn't last, or I'm just not working there, I should say, anymore. Which is fine. I assumed I could just get another job, which I did, but I'll get to that. So once, I was done with my stint at UPS, I had, besides looking for other jobs, I had a month and a half of completely free time to work on anything that wasn't just trying to get another job. Um, and when I say anything, I mean film projects and things of that sort. But I didn't. At least, well, that's not 100% correct. I did work on this idea that my friend group and I were trying to make called Bounties, which was a Western comedy, but we haven't finished that, and I'm not 100% sure if we're ever going to finish that. Whether we do or not, that's a different story. But I'm more talking about just making things on my own. Um, I have been very unmotivated to make anything film related for a long time. Um, and I'm trying to understand why, because before, the stuff with Santa Fe and UNT happened, I guess you could say I was on top of the world, even though I obviously wasn't, but it felt like it because, I had a rising film career. I was going on to a film school to get a film degree, the school of my dreams, yada yada. I got a short film of mine into a film festival at the age of 18, which, by all accounts, that's a fantastic thing. Um, I'm I'm proud of myself that I was a part of a project that got accepted into a film festival. But ever since then, there's something in me that's just, I don't know. I think I've come to the conclusion that I've lost confidence in myself to make anything at all. I mean, even this video, the fact that it's not planned is because I just somehow was able to get the motivation to actually make it. Yeah. Anyways, I guess the main reason I'm making this video, it's not this is purely just for me. I couldn't care if anybody watched this, really. I'm making it for me because I need to prove to myself that I'm capable of making something. Even if it's just this. Me sitting in my closet with the buzzing of the lights above me, listening to myself talk into this microphone with my headphones on, and staring into the lens of a camera while talking to myself. I just need to prove to myself that I can make something as small and insignificant as this. Because for a long time, I've been saying to myself that if I'm going to make something, I have to make a large, well, not even a large, just a somewhat more significant piece of content. But the more time has passed, the more I realize that in order to get to the point where I can make bigger things, I need to make smaller things like this. Even if it, like I said, I don't plan on this to go anywhere. I'm just going to post it on YouTube and maybe promote it on my Instagram. But my aunt has been, her and I have been talking a lot because she sees a lot of similarities between her and I, at least when she was my age. And she's been giving me advice on how to basically get a hold of myself and take responsibility and just make things to make them and not worry about what other people think. Just make it to make it because, well, that's the only way that I'll ever be able to advance in my film career. One of the best conversations that I had with her was, at the time, I was thinking of becoming an electrician because I knew I needed to make money in some way after the UPS job. And the only reason I was thinking of an electrician is because electricians can make a lot of money because of the trade it is. And I was talking to her about it. It was like the second time I talked to her about it, and she sat down with me and had a lengthy conversation. And I don't remember all the specifics about that conversation, but there's one specific thing that she said that has stayed with me since that conversation, and it always has been rattling around in my mind since that day. And she said that you aren't a filmmaker unless you make films. And that line cut through everything and just struck me. I was almost speechless, and the reason I was because she's right. You aren't a filmmaker unless you make films. I'm not a filmmaker unless I make films. So that's what I'm trying to do here, is make a film, as, I guess, lowbrow as it is. A 20-year-old guy making a vlog that isn't that interesting to many people, and he's just making it for himself. Yeah. So, hopefully, well, that's all I guess I should preface with saying that's all I got. Hopefully there won't be a 2 or 3 month gap like last time, and hopefully the next thing I make isn't another boring talking to a camera vlog. But yeah. Actually, I'm not done. I guess there is one thing I want to say that I forgot just now, unfortunately. I don't know. I'm not going to edit any of this, by the way. You can just stay here as I look through my notes. And just... yeah. Hello. Patrick Malik, vlogger extraordinaire. Like I said, I'm just doing this to prove that I can make something again to myself. Anyways, I do plan on making things. I do plan on doing more things. If I ever make another vlog, hopefully I'll make it more interesting than this one and not so depressing to other people. It's just, I'm trying to figure things out through the medium that I fall in love with, which is film and filmmaking. So, I guess what I could ask to get some audience interaction into this thing, for those of you that care, is not the question, are you a filmmaker, but are you who you want to be? And if you're not, how are you going to get there? Because those are the questions that I've been asking myself for over a year now. So, for those of you that made it this far, thank you for watching. Sincerely, I'm glad that you found this depressing young man interesting in some way. I will be making stuff. I will be. I have it written down in this stupid little notebook. Ideas that I will be making into projects. And yeah. Thanks.